Hello and welcome back to Daily Glow Tarot. Today we're going to look at your feelings versus their feelings. And I have three piles for you to choose from today. We have some cards from Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. So pile one, you have Polite Declaration. And I think that's a hermit crab. That is a cute little crab though. And you have the chocolate calcite, growth, grounding, decision making. The calcite resonates with an energy of personal growth and expanded awareness and may help encourage you to use your energy towards personal growth and new opportunities and to see the positive and most authentic side in every situation you encounter. It's supposed to help with mental focus and discernment, facilitates spiritual growth and development, and emotional intelligence. Okay, so that's pile one. Pile two, you have In the Light of the Moon and the Orca. And you have Caribbean calcite. Caribbean calcite is said to instill an overall sense of calmness, peace, and serenity. It is a relatively newly discovered stone that is a combination of blue calcite and aragonite. It activates the mind, tapping into one's higher consciousness and psychic abilities. It is said to provide enhanced dream insight and facilitate in lucid dreaming. And meditating with Caribbean calcite is supposed to help balance the mind and create space for calm and peaceful thoughts. Caribbean calcite does not come from the Caribbean. It actually comes from, I think, Afghanistan. It's called Caribbean calcite because of the color of it. Okay, and let's see. This is pile three. You have the starfish replacing what was lost. And pink calcite. This calcite is very lightly pink and it has some brown or gray. So it's a very pale pink with some brown or gray. Pink calcite is a heart healer with a profoundly loving energy. It helps release fears, promotes forgiveness of ourselves and others, freeing us of resentment and recrimination. It is said to carry the energy of unconditional love. This stone is an exceptional ally during the transition from this life to what lies beyond the veil. It offers quiet, loving strength, healing unresolved regrets and worries, easing the fear of moving on and offering comfort to grief. Okay, so you may have messages in more than one pile. Please remember, these are general readings, so you may find that something resonates and perhaps not every message will resonate exactly with your situation. I don't edit my videos, so you will find the timestamps in the description box below, and then I just switch out the stuff for the piles and get ready and set up for the next pile in between the piles, and you can hang out with me in the in-betweens if you want to, or not, or whatever you want to do. But actually, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick out some astrology cards to help with choosing each pile. Let's do, yes, these. Okay. So I am choosing some astrology cards. Okay, for pile one. Okay, for pile one, we have Aries, Cancer, Gemini, and Capricorn. For pile two, we have Libra and Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, and Sagittarius. For pile 3, we have Leo. Leo. Pisces. Leo, Pisces. Did I forget something? Oh my Lord. Let's see. We have, okay, for pile 1, we have Aries, Cancer, Gemini, and Capricorn. For pile 2, we have Sagittarius, Virgo, Scorpio. Oh, because we have 5 here. Okay. Libra and Taurus. Okay. And then for this one, we have, for pile 3, we have Pisces and Leo. Okay. All right. And I will go ahead and put those in the description box too, so it will be less confusing. And now I will see you in your reading. Okay. I'm going to set these aside. I'm running out of spaces to put things. Okay. One moment. Tea break. Okay. All right. Welcome, pile 1, to your reading. If you chose pile 1, the cute little crab, polite declaration, the chocolate calcite, and perhaps if you choose with signs, that's great. If you don't, that's great. But if you choose with signs, you chose from Aries, Gemini, Capricorn, or Cancer. And those can be your signs or their signs. Then this is your pile. Welcome to your pile. I'm also going to get some, what are those? Initials tiles. So let's see what we have. Hi, I see stop. It's so funny. And nope. And stoic and ops. Okay. We also see Ron and Stock and Scott and Trevor. I don't see that. Sometimes I just get a name that comes to me. Also, something like Serenity, Serena. Also, Sonora. Tara. Okay. That's all I'm getting right now. Oh, also Katrina, Pete. If you see your initials or the other person's initials, then go ahead and take it. But if your initials aren't there and you're like not really into that, it doesn't really matter. It's just fun for some people. Okay, and we have Aquarius 6 and the South Node. Okay. So this could be a pile where there's something to release. This could be somebody that you knew from work or from your everyday daily life, your routine. 6th house is work or daily routines. Also can be health. So it could be somebody that you know from the gym or from the doctor's office or something like that. And Aquarius, this person could be Aquarius. Somebody could be an Aquarius you could have met during Aquarius season. Something like that. Okay, now let's see. I'm so excited, guys. I have a new deck. I'm so excited to use this Oracle deck. But I don't know if I'm going to use it yet. Let's start with, you know what? I think I will actually. Okay, let's start with your energy versus their energy. I'm going to move this to the side. Here we go. There we go. Okay, that's your energy. Your energy is cleanse, charge, activate, sacred space, meditation alignment, working with the elements and tapping into your magic. Okay, and let's find their energy will be on this side. Oh my goodness. Okay. Enjoy the silence. Okay. Oh my gosh. Mhm. Okay. So you are sacred space and they are enjoy the silence. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is a connection where in this current moment there is no probably no contact or there's separation. You're not in communication at this time. Okay, so now we're going to continue to look at your side and their side. Sit, watch, observe, then make your move. Dreamweaver, lucid dreams, create your own reality, escape. I got this deck on Etsy. All of my decks that I use, I always include them in, whoa, that is a crazy card. Okay, all of the decks that I use, I always include them in the description. If you look in the description box, I always list all the decks that I use. This is crazy. This is on their side. It says, their prayers are useless, divine intervention, unforgiven, abomination. What is going on here? Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't care, boundaries, emotional detachment, lack of empathy, uninterested, unbiased, ascend to the highest level of human existence, forget what they say, verbal abuse, lies, personal message, good news. Okay, and on your side. Wow, this is interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, cut through the confusion. Oh, and another sword card. Wow. No honor among thieves. Cannot be trusted. Corruption, criminals, robbery, extortion, foolish plans, fraud, scandal. Somebody on the outside looking in. Yes, this person has shut you out. Healing frequency and northern lights. Wow, 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 wow. Hmm. I think we need one more for their side. Or one or two more for their side. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Not part of the plan. and take flight. Okay, we did get South Node, which can be a karmic situation. This is so interesting. Okay, so now I'm also going to say, as you're watching this, you may find that you identify with the other side. You may identify with one side or the other side. So I'm going to read it for this being for the viewer and this being for the person you're thinking about, but just take it as it resonates, okay? Because what I'm seeing is this person feels that they were misunderstood. They are trying to heal. This person may have been a little bit deluded or a little bit perhaps there was some sort of misunderstanding for sure. And now this person, it has been shut out, is on the outside looking in, the outside looking in, and is just trying to heal themselves basically, and is looking for an opportunity to be able to clear the air and clear the misunderstanding. But this person doesn't care. They have their walls up 100%. You may be blocked. Whatever happened between you two, it was not part of their plan. It didn't fit into their plan. And not only that, but this person is very angry towards you. They may have been abusive, or they may have lied. Take it only as it resonates, or they may think that that's the energy that you were coming with. But in some sense, they've experienced this connection as being dangerous or toxic. So they've run away, they've taken flight, and they don't care, or they say they don't care. They really probably don't care because they are enjoying the silence. But they are also having a Kundalini awakening, a total awakening, ascending to the highest level of human existence. They may not have done this yet. This is a process that they're going through. So just as you're actually going through a healing process, you're in a sacred space and you are transforming and healing, they're also ascending. So even though this may be a painful situation, there may be misunderstanding, miscommunication, or just rejection, maybe. Maybe there's no misunderstanding or miscommunication. Maybe it's just rejection. But I think there is a misunderstanding or miscommunication on some level because this person is experiencing this person as being very toxic. And this person I'm not seeing as being very toxic. I'm just seeing that there might have been some confusion. There may have been some naivety, but there was no intention to hurt or manipulate or anything. There was no negative intention here. This is not a dangerous person. And this person is acting like this person is a dangerous person. So I think there may have been some projection. That's so interesting. Okay, now we're going to go to the tarot. And guys, if that does not resonate with your situation at all, then I would invite you to maybe pick a different pile. The tarot I'm going to use today is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. Oh, and I forgot to give my disclaimer at the beginning of the reading. Yeah, my disclaimer is that this is supposed to be fun. That's why it says it's for entertainment purposes. These readings are supposed to be for fun. That doesn't mean that you can't legitimately connect with your intuition. You absolutely can. You can get messages, you can experience signs and synchronicities, but all of that is your responsibility to know what connects with you and what doesn't, because this is a general reading. So there may be messages for multiple people potentially. It is really amazing how it can connect with each person. And sometimes people say that it is like a personal reading. That's amazing. I love that happens. But you have to be in charge of your own experience with this. You know what I mean? Like, be a deliberate creator and have fun with it, because it's absolutely not necessary. It's not a necessary thing. It's just a fun way to connect with your intuition. So if you're not having fun, then I suggest just do something else. Just take a break. Yeah, somebody rejected somebody. Okay. So, somebody thought somebody was very attractive. You thought this person was very attractive and they rejected you. But actually, there may be some kind of new beginning in the future. This may not necessarily be over. You reject, sorry, you regret, that's the word that I wanted to say. You regret what happened between you two. What's interesting is that there's another person involved. So you either have another person or they have another person. There was some major drama that went down here. Mm. This has actually been a very painful experience for you. And it's made you feel really isolated and rejected, and it's forced you to have to be really strong. This is really hard. Hmm. I'm going to get a little bit more with this, and then we're actually going to go into their actual thoughts and feelings versus your actual thoughts and feelings. This one is a painful situation, though. This one is tough to read into. Somebody has to make a decision. You need to make a decision at this point. Yeah. Um, it's possible that you waited too long to make a decision. Is that why this person blocked you? Oh my gosh. Maybe yes, because now all of a sudden, the cards spilled. I had a ringing in my ear. Yeah. Oh, was somebody trying to juggle an empress? Oh my gosh. Okay, it depends on where you put yourself in this situation. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is so messy, you guys. This may have been going on for a while. Somebody was either married or in a contract, which didn't allow them, or they felt like it didn't allow them to move. They didn't want to end something else. They didn't want to end whatever contract they were in, whether it was a business contract or a marriage. It wasn't worth it to them to end. Or also it may have been a societal expectation. Like they may have a responsibility in their family, in their community, in their society, whatever, in their society. In their community or in their family, there might be an expectation that they step into a certain role or um like marry somebody from their own religion or whatever it is. And because of that, somebody sort of blocking this out or ignoring this. But at the same time, somebody was sort of like watching juggling. I don't know. Okay. I I don't actually want to dig into the details of this, and I kind of apologize for that because I know people like specifics, but it's not a pleasant energy to be in. So instead, I want to see you versus them feelings. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and see what the feelings are. Let's look at your feelings first. How do you feel about this person now? How do you feel about this person? No, they want to start with a little bit back. They want to give some context. Okay. How do you feel about this person? Oh my goodness. You're really trying to block, like you're not open. You're not open-hearted about this now because, of course, you feel rejected. So, you're not wanting to share your feelings. You are repressing your feelings about this now. You're just trying to distract yourself and you're trying to just be playful and have fun. You're literally not wanting to think about how you feel about this person. Okay. You are envious of what this person has going on and the people that this person has around them. However, you're also compassionate towards this person still. You do have a very pure heart. I love that about you. So you're not wishing ill on them or anything. You do feel kind of used for some reason. You feel used, like perhaps you feel that your energy's been used in some way, or perhaps you've been your time and attention. I don't know. Anything else? No. Okay. Right. How do they feel about you? They feel at peace with how things are right now. They have felt really vulnerable in this connection, or this connection made them feel vulnerable. And that did make them feel like, well, let me see. They may have, yeah, they blame you for this. They feel like they've been very patient and that you were unmotivated, or they were very patient with you being unmotivated. I think that you may have taken a long time to do something or to act or to make up your mind or something, or at least that's their perception. They certainly don't feel motivated, but they felt that they were patient with you. I feel like there's so much misunderstanding here. Oh my gosh, yes. When I said that, all those cards popped out. That's because that's yes, so much misunderstanding. They were really hopeful about this in the past. They may secretly still be hopeful about it, but if they are, that's crazy. They felt competitive with you. What they did was done deliberately. Okay, so if you wondered that, what they did was done deliberately. They want to prioritize feeling safe, and they do prioritize feeling safe. This connection made them feel overwhelmed. So, again, how do you feel about them? Confused. You may be confused. You may be the one who's not understanding what's going on, or this connection was just confusing. You feel very sensitive about it. You wanted to feel appreciated. Maybe at one time you did feel appreciated. Yeah, maybe at one time you felt happy. Anyway, I think that you do actually feel happy and fulfilled in your life now. You two are both healing from this connection, and that is a positive that I can take away from this reading, is that you guys are actually both in a pretty good place. It's possible that you two just needed to both move on. This is so interesting though, because based on the card Polite Declaration, this isn't what I was expecting, but it's possible that this was in the past, that somebody made a polite declaration and that it was misconstrued or just not received well or misunderstood, or there was some sort of misunderstanding. I don't know. Or perhaps somebody was waiting for a declaration that never came. I'm not 100% sure what the connection is with this card yet. Okay, so for your side, I need to clear space. Okay, for your side and their side, we're gonna do some chakra wisdom oracle cards. So let's start with your side. Mysticism, miracle, discovery. These are energies that you are in, your energy and their energy. Despondence, completion, joy, quest, gossip, and service. Perfection, creation, and complacency. Hmm. This person in the past was used to watching other people have things that they wanted, or other people got to have things that they didn't get to have, but they are really healing from that. And this person is really learning to be a deliberate creator. And they're also really being guided at this time by their spirit guides or their spiritual helpers, angels, however you see that, whatever you want to call that. This person is going through just this massive, beautiful healing. I love that. They're also in a really aligned or fortuitous time in their life. So they are likely to have some really amazing things happen for them. They might be in a really lucky time. And for you, you are in a time of joy, or if you're not feeling it right now, you will soon be. You may have recently been given a new mission, or you may have become aware of a new mission, or will soon become aware of something, a service-oriented mission of some kind. This could be an actual job that you take on, or it could be some sort of spiritual mission, calling, or vocation. This may have already happened or may happen soon. You may be dealing with gossip. You have been getting into mysticism of one kind or another. This may lead to this new vocation coming in potentially, or again, may have already happened. And also, you've been grieving and closing out certain cycles, letting things go. So, this is really beautiful. Honestly, even though there's a lot of tension or even frustration between the two of you, honestly, you both are in such a beautiful healing energy. That's really beautiful to see. Okay, once again, we're going to do your side and their side. You are hustling and you're having fun. You're laughing a lot and having fun. That's a beautiful energy. You're working hard at this time too. This person is in a very grounded energy, and this person is really tackling their fears head on. They're not letting their fears stop them. They're very grounded at this time. This person is really taking grounded and decisive action. Remember, we said deliberate creator. This person is taking grounded, decisive action towards their wishes and dreams instead of just dreaming. Wow. You are learning to fall in love with yourself and your own life. Instead of looking for somebody outside of you to love you, you are magnetizing love towards you by loving yourself. This person's life may feel a little bit messy right now because they're going through a huge growth period. They're going through a huge change in their life, but they have money flowing in. Yeah, this person's in a lucky time. That's awesome. This person may be alienating people, cutting people off. Yeah, they cut you off, I guess. So this person is magnetizing things towards them because they've really grounded. They've really decided to take concrete steps to change their life. They've cut certain people off, and because of that, they're magnetizing amazing opportunities towards them. You also are going through changes in your life. You may be connecting with poetry, you may be writing, you may be journaling, and you are getting in touch with your sacred feminine. That's beautiful. You may be healing wounds of patriarchy, whether you identify as masculine, feminine, or whatever. You are healing that energy in you. Okay. All right, I'm going to shuffle these back in. Oh, yeah, because see, they fall out again if they want to. You're getting back to the basics. Oh, look at that. Nourish the sacred feminine, welcome the divine masculine. Yeah, you are healing wounds of patriarchy. That's like, toxic expectations, toxic gender roles, toxic learned relational patterns, just healing all of that. And you are nourishing yourself and your art and creativity. Okay, and this person on their side. No, we don't have to fall on the floor. Celebrate your wins. Yes, this person is in a lucky time. That's so exciting. This person is successful right now. This person is receiving success and they're receiving credit and they're being recognized and they have money coming in. I love to see it. Okay, and that's it for that. Okay, and last but not least, I'm curious what might happen between you and this person. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, okay. I think I'm going to pull from the new oracle cards too. What might happen in this connection? Remember, this is just energy. Okay, so these are not necessarily predictions. This is just reading what the energy looks like. Wow, that's a lot of energy. Yeah, somebody may have lied or been false, or somebody may have misrepresented themselves or hidden their feelings or whatever. Somebody thinks there was lies going on. So somebody moved away. Somebody moved away from this. Somebody's blocked out of this connection. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think this is something where everybody's going to have to move on. Yeah, there's a pathway to, yeah, there's a pathway to a different situation. Somebody has money coming in or, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Each of you has different partners coming in, probably. Somebody who is more financially stable, more mature, more reliable, just a better partner for you, more well matched for you. Okay. And that's what I see. I see that this connection was for learning and change and growth and so everybody's going to just go their separate ways and learn and heal. And really, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, any last messages for pile one? Hope doesn't stop the karmic wheel from turning. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Sudden wealth. Yeah, somebody has wealth coming in. If you want peace, prepare for war and light a candle. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty clear. Somebody put their walls up because they know exactly what they want and they're going to go in that direction. Somebody's protecting their energy in a certain direction because they are very deliberately clear on what they want to create and they're going to work on creating that. There's success and abundance available for everybody here in their own lane. Um Definitely, you can send this person love, healing, peace, energy from afar and just let them go with love. Yeah. All right. I hope that that was helpful for you, pile one. If that didn't resonate, you can certainly choose a different pile, and I will maybe catch you in another reading. If you enjoyed this reading, I love it when you like or if you comment, let me know what you thought. As long as you're nice, don't hurt my feelings. All right. I love reading them and I try to respond to everyone. Thank you guys. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. I don't edit out my in-betweens. This is just so pretty. I love calcites so much. Calcites in general are one of my favorite crystals. Okay, and there's the calcite. Okay. And let's pull out the pile for pile two. Okay. And we'll just get set up for pile two. Mhm. Little tea break. That was a little bit of a tough reading. I didn't really want to get into the details on that last one. Because. That tune is from The Wizard of Oz. Because I don't know. I think there was like so much misunderstanding and there was like a feeling of rejection that's so painful. And I didn't want to dig into that? I feel like we've already experienced that enough. Okay, beautiful, lovely. All right. Welcome, pile two. If you chose card number three, this is the second pile, but in this deck, it's card number three in the light of the moon with the orca and the Caribbean calcite, which is a pale green calcite. Then this is your reading. And the signs for this reading, which you can ignore if you're not into that, that is perfectly fine. You can choose your pile intuitively. You can have whatever sign you want to have. But the signs that I chose for this pile are Taurus, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Virgo. Okay. And also let's get some initials. Oh my gosh. And now I have that song going through my head. It's because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We have 3 R's. Okay. The 3 R's are reading, writing, and arithmetic. So somebody may be a teacher. I and L. I heard Lima, Farah, Raphael, Honolulu. Hmm. I'm getting distracted. I heard something. I heard something. Okay. Um, Also I'm hearing like a lion roar. Hmm. Also I heard Fahrenheit. Weird. Okay. Okay, we have South Node again. This could be another karmic. Gemini and 8. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay. Oh, okay. And then my disclaimer, these readings are for entertainment purposes, which means that they are intended to be fun. The channeling is real, but this is a general reading. That means that every single message may not necessarily resonate for you every single time. You have to be in charge of your intuition, and you know what resonates for you and what doesn't. And if you're not having fun, please remember this is not a necessary part of your spiritual journey. So if you're not having fun and it's not really clicking today, then just find something else that's going to be better for your mental health. And with that said, let's roll with this. Oh, also anything that I say is literally just my own opinions, and I'm just some lady on the internet, so don't take my advice if it doesn't resonate with your own common sense and inner wisdom and blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're going to do you and them. See what energy you guys are each in. See if we can figure out what's going on here. Okay, and then I'm being told these are for this side, actually. Jeez, we are getting some like really, okay, we're getting some really like intense energies today. So as I'm filming this, it's actually today. As I'm recording this, it's actually the full moon today. So these full moon energies are intense. Hmm. Oh. Okay, and on your side, I need one more for your side, for the viewer. Is there one more that fits for the energy? Yeah, thank you. Resilience is your superpower. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Is this somebody that you have gotten rid of? Hang on. No, not this one. This one. Okay. Addiction. Oh, was somebody dealing with were you dealing with addiction? Okay, so if not addiction, you may be dealing with substance abuse or you may be in recovery. Or alternatively, you may be dealing with obsessive compulsive type of behaviors, or codependent dynamics, or limerence. This may have been a connection that was mirroring back to you, your own wounds. This may have been a soulmate connection, but it looks like it's 100% over. Okay, their side. When you met this person, it may have seemed perfect, and you may be reminiscing on those memories and wishing that you'd made healthier choices or that they'd made healthier choices. You found, oh my gosh, you found out something about this person. I'm so sorry. You found out something about this person. Yikes. Okay. Okay. I mean, or you can flip it if that makes more sense. It's possible that they found out something about you, but yeah. Okay. So this person was probably I don't know if they were being an energy vampire on purpose, but they were definitely sort of receiving your energy and not giving you anything back. Confirmation. And you are allowing this because you have been very resilient. You are a survivor. You're used to carrying everybody. You have a really powerful energy. You're used to carrying everybody and being self-sufficient and just giving people a lot of energy and not really getting anything in return. And yeah, but you've kind of woken up from an illusion about this. This person may have disrespected you and they've been at this point blocked from you. And actually, I think this is about how you're dealing with them. This really is more on this side. This one, in this case, I think this is you ascending. Let me get a clarification because I don't know if this person is ascending. Let me see. Clarification. Is this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, cleanse, sacred space, healing frequency. Yeah, this person is healing. Okay, so this person is also working on healing and ascending. So this might also be similar to the last file where you both are healing separately. Yeah, it was a karmic. Yeah, tea time, focused meditation, mindfulness, calm. Yeah, in this space, you both are healing, and the purpose of this connection was not for nothing. It was for both of you to learn and ascend and heal. And it's okay to start over again. It's okay to let this go and start over again. Now, in some cases, it's possible that maybe this connection will start over again, but I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see. Well, let's set that aside for a moment, actually, because first I want to see what the tarot cards say. So let's see what the tarot cards say. I need tea. My throat is still healing from that that long sickness I had. I was sick for like 3 weeks. That was crazy. That was um, a big, like upgrade, like a big change, like a big sort of transformation in the throat energy center, in the throat energy center. And probably, yeah, interesting. Probably because I have been growing this channel, this community that we have going here. Which is a lot of energy through my throat center, a lot more than I've been used to. Interesting. Okay. Tapping in. Tell me. Pile two. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Some of you, yeah, okay. Some of you have messages in pile one. Some of you may be watching through, and this is, there's a lot of overlap here, but that doesn't mean it's the same reading, but there's a lot of overlap here between these two. Mm. So as a result of this connection, somebody has really, yeah, somebody's really ascended and come into a lot of truth and clarity and wisdom. There are two masculine people present here. Mm-hmm. Yep. I really think that, okay, I'm sorry, this same storyline came out in the last reading, but I really think that because somebody didn't make a decision or somebody was indecisive, they lost out. They are somebody who likes to have a lot of options. They may have a lot of options. They like to keep their options open. They may have had a lot of different women, or feminine people or men, whatever makes sense in your situation, take it as it resonates. They may have a lot of people that they like to keep, sort of keep them rotating, right? A rotating array of people. But because they waited too long and because this person, okay, the person who they saw as an option came in full faith and fairness and, willing to give and willing to, yeah, they were like, they were coming like in a spirit of service and giving and generosity and not expecting anything necessarily in return, but they kind of wanted like a fair and honest relationship or connection in return. And that person was extremely patient, but ultimately was feeling rejected. And then somebody else comes in. And so, yeah, this person is going to move on to a different connection or has moved on to a different connection. And I think that's you, that you've moved on to a different connection, but maybe this person has. I'm sorry, it could be a little bit confusing to know who is who here. Um, yeah, it depends. Okay. Well, we have to go. Yeah, well, it'll become more clear when we do you and them, you versus them. Yeah, somebody chose somebody else, but it looks like the feminine or the more feminine person or the person who's in the high priestess energy chose somebody else. Chose a different masculine because another masculine took too long or was hiding their feelings. Yeah, this was somebody that you thought was your soulmate, and now you have to heal your heart. Where you healed your heart. Somebody was unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. They were being very authentic and they were rejected or they were just sort of strung along. And then somebody else came in suddenly. So there was a suddenly there was this passionate love offer from somebody else. Okay, so another message here too is if somebody's kind of been stringing you along or keeping you as an option and you have an opportunity that comes in from somebody else, yeah, go ahead and take the opportunity to ascend from this other situation. Like just because so on the bottom of the deck we had, okay, so we had ascending from the golden mirror, which can be a one-sided, potentially narcissistic, self-absorbed, or love-bombing relationship, right? You're ascending from that. And on the bottom of the deck, we have twin flames. Just because you may have thought that somebody was your twin flame, um, that is not a reason to stay in a toxic, one-sided relationship where somebody's just stringing you along as an option. They just enjoy that attention, but they have no intention of actually giving back to you. Okay. Now we're going to do your energy and their energy. Yeah, so that's what this is saying. It's saying it's okay to start over and over and over again. It's okay to fall in love with somebody else. If the universe is sending you somebody else, if you are manifesting towards yourself the love that you have dreamed of and deserve, then just freaking go for it. I don't know. That's what I think. I mean, be smart, take your time, maybe take time to heal and be single. But yeah, you definitely don't have to stay hung up on something. Let's do you and them. What energy is pile two in? Recovery, yes. Recovering from complacency. You may have been putting up with things that were not worthy of your beautiful energy. And now you're getting a miracle coming in. Your spirit guides are working with you. Spirit guides, angels, however you think of that. Yeah, this person who was stringing you along may be a workaholic. However, I also see that they may hoard people like a beautiful collection. Do you see these different art paintings? It's like they have a beautiful collection of beautiful people that they like to admire, but it's very sort of not really respectful. Yeah, this person is fine. They're happy, they're joyful. That's nice. But this is an impatient person, and their spirit guides are also working with them on their impatience. This person may be very short-sighted, and it may make them despondent sometimes because of their impatience. Okay, so yeah, so their spirit guides are working with them. That's nice, and they are probably healing too. Okay, now we're going to do your energy versus their energy. Oh, that's a lot. There's a lot of energy here. Okay, but that wasn't clear to me who is who. So, very clearly, let's do your energy. Start with your energy. Pile two, your energy. Your energy, pile two. Please give me pile two's energy. Thank you. Am I not being clear enough? Show me. Yeah, describe to me the energy that pile two is in now. Thank you. Your energy might be a little bit like not, yeah, a little bit blocked. Like you need, yeah, find your sacred flow. You need to get into your flow because your energy is not very open or not very moving in this particular moment. How to. Yeah, you need to take responsibility for your metamorphosis. That's maybe what you are doing. Yeah, you are manifesting and doing, not waiting for things. And you do have like this totally unexpected new thing coming in, and I think it's a love, but you have something new coming in to ignite your passion and excitement in life. Oh, I'm being told this is their energy now. Okay, show me their energy. Thank you. Welcome the divine masculine. Get back to elemental. This person, if they're divine masculine, they're learning to get in touch with their divine masculine. Okay, they're learning to get in touch with their higher version of their self. They're learning to evolve. If this is if the other person is a feminine, then that person has met their divine masculine and is welcoming their divine masculine in. And this person is ascending, make a mission statement for your soul. Yeah, this person is very clear on their values now, or is getting there. Person is getting clear on their values. They're either becoming the divine masculine um or welcoming a relationship with a divine masculine. Cool. Okay. Now let's do feelings. Let's do your feelings versus their feelings. We'll start with your feelings. Motivated, stuck. Okay, so you have been feeling stuck and you are working on feeling motivated. You had felt justified before. Um, mm, okay, if you're moving on from somebody, then you feel justified in doing so. Or you had felt, yeah, you feel justified in disconnecting from somebody, yes. Yeah, because you feel drained. I just had a big yawn. Yeah, you feel drained. You are justified from moving on from a situation that was draining your energy for sure. Okay, this is for the other person's side. They felt weak. They were intrigued, but they felt weak. They like feeling appreciated. That's why they're weak to temptation. Because they were fond of you. Okay, this person had tender feelings for you and they were fond of you. They loved that you appreciated them. They were intrigued by you, but they feel weak when it comes to their love for getting appreciation from a lot of different people. Yeah, and passion. This person, yeah. This person may have had passion for you, but they also feel weak when it comes to just attention, passion, appreciation from other people. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on your side, your feelings? If you may want to keep it professional with this person now because you realize that it was in vain. You may have realized that this person has very superficial level relationships. You are grateful for the lesson, but you're very cautious about this person now. You feel it would be reckless to move forward with them. You're bored with them now, even though you may have been obsessed at one point in the past. Now you're bored of them. Okay, cool. Now I'm just gonna go to the, are we using these? No, okay, these. Here we go. Let's see what might happen with this connection in the future. Or actually, I'm gonna say what might happen for you in the future because we saw somebody else coming in. What's coming in for you? This is just reading the energy, so it's not necessarily a prediction. Remember, you can be a deliberate creator. You're gonna meet your guy. Flip the gender if you need to, but you're gonna meet your guy. You've got somebody coming in. Yes, so much energy. Oh my gosh. You're gonna meet the one who's gonna make you the priority. You're gonna meet the one who's a good match for you. I love this. I don't know that anything else needs to be said with this deck. That kind of says it all. That's exciting. Okay, and then let's go to these oracle cards. Anything else that pile two needs to know before we close out this reading? Last messages for pile two. Heart like a lotus flower. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Your heart is going to open up with this person. There's so much healing here for you. Don't be distracted. This other person was just a distraction. Stay in sync with your spiritual self. You have great fortune and good luck coming in for you. That's incredible. Yeah, so stay away from those people who are hiding their real self, hiding their true character. Stay away from all of that distraction. Stay in alignment with your spiritual self and your higher self, and you have this incredible love coming in and good fortune and good luck is all coming in for you, pile two. That's amazing. Okay, I love that for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this reading, it really means a lot to me when you guys like the video. It helps me in the algorithm. And I love reading your comments, and I try to reply to each one if I can. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. And I don't edit my videos, so I'm just gonna get ready for pile 3. And I think I'm just gonna get a little bit more tea real quick. Okay. I'm going to pause the video and be right back. Okay, I got my tea. Let's do a little energy clearing. I call it energy clearing, and I don't know. Some people say that's not what seining is. It's not energy clearing. Oh my Lord in heaven, there's a lot of energy here right now. Good God. Okay. But I really think that it's what do they call it? Splitting hairs. I mean, yeah, it really is basically energy clearing. So it's just a new age way of describing it. Okay, interesting. I think we have a lot of energy here today because I am recording this during the full moon. Okay. So we have pile 3. Pile 3, if you chose this card, number 12, replacing what was lost with the starfish and the pink calcite, pale pink calcite, then this is your reading. Welcome to your reading. Oh, you know what? Because I had the card from the last pile still there. Yeah, that was a lot of energy. Okay. Okay. Let's start with some oracle cards. This is my new deck. I'm so excited. And we're going to do your side and their side. Okay. Ooh. They can't hide what you already know. Sacral chakra, sad news, message of concern. This is their side. Affliction, delusion, suffering. Goodness. Game over. Such intense energies coming through today. Diluted attachments. Do not enter. Watch out for the signs. And death or coffin. Jeez. Let's get another one for your side. Yes, I love that. Adjusting your posture, alignment, coming into balance, planting seeds, reaping what you sow, putting in the work, growth, nurturing, coming in hot. Ooh, you have something coming in hot. And this is something with so you have something with the third eye. Definitely the third eye, and the sacral chakra. You have put in good works. You have dharma, basically. Good works. And well, which one is this? There's another one that flipped over. You are going to be receiving what some people call good karma, or basically consequences of your loving and authentic and honest actions. Okay. And meanwhile, for somebody else, it's game over. Okay, because somebody else has been operating in a place of manipulation. Somebody was ignoring signs from the universe that were trying to guide them in the right direction. And so because of that, they are coming to a complete ending of some kind. Could be an ending with you, or it could be something else. They could be receiving other consequences of their actions, like losing their job or health issues or whatever it is. They could be receiving, more public recognition of what they've done wrong. Interesting. Basically, somebody's receiving their karma, and you have received some sad information, but you're coming into alignment. You have some amazing stuff coming in, and you are balancing your energies, especially working with your sacral chakra, which is healing your sexual chakra, and your third eye chakra, which is your ability to see and understand what's really going on, and your intuition. That's really cool. I love that for you. So I think this is going to be a reading about replacing what was lost. So let's go into the tarot card portion of the reading. Oh, you know what? We were going to do charms. Yeah, let's do not charms. I don't have charms. Let's do initials. Yeah, let's do some initials. There we go. Dairy, day, sad. mm, Querulous. That means scared. Um, Kevin. Luke. Dispensable. Rudy. Rivka. That's a name that's come through before. Rivka. There's some names coming through that I don't know how to say. Is there a name like Santa? I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Desiree or Desdemona, Desiree, Desdemona, I don't know, something, Desi, something. Raya, Devin. Okay, that's all I'm getting right now. Reina. Okay. If you see your initials, go ahead and take it. Don't worry if your initials aren't there. Okay. Oh, and then let's do the astrology dice. And remember, the signs for this pile were Pisces and Leo. But let's see what comes up here too. We have Scorpio. Oh my goodness, guys, every single pile has gotten the South Node. So the energy for today and the theme of all of these readings is releasing karmic connections or um, releasing connections that it's not what you thought it was going to be. It didn't work out. It was, yeah, that. Okay, and we have 11. So that could be somebody who's friends, somebody who has an online connection, somebody who you met through friends, or met on a social network. Also could be somebody that you had a dream connection with. It can also be about, could be related to 1111. Okay. All right, let's find out more. Yeah. Somebody was in a very, this may have been something from when you were very young, or somebody was in a very naive or immature energy. Hmm. You may have felt very defensive about this. Um, oh gosh. This is somebody that you were actually in a relationship with. So this isn't a misconnection or anything like that. Like you lived with this person, you had a house with this person. You may have been engaged to this person or you may have been married to this person. Yes, you were either engaged or married to this person. And then you regretted it. Oh my gosh. Because look, they turned out to be petty, immature, and combative. And then it ended or it is ending. and you have I think you have a new connection coming in. You have something else coming in. So this is you maybe you it seems you might be asking about your past person, or that energy is very strongly in your field right now during the full moon. So I'm going to schedule this to post the Saturday morning when I post my pick a card Saturday mornings. So it'll be a little bit after the full moon. It'll still be, well, I don't know. It'll be just outside of the phase of the full moon. What's the rest of this story for pile 3? Okay, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're going to be meeting somebody who's going to reciprocate your energy, okay? And that, oh my gosh. And then you guys are going to have this beautiful, abundant, amazing connection. I love this card so much. If you can see this card and the way that she's just leaning on him and she's so happy and he's so happy and relaxed and they're both so happy and relaxed and they are in paradise and they've got all their pentacles going on. They're very happy. Yeah, and then they have fun, and I see travel and fun and sort of an ongoing honeymoon that lasts forever and just ongoing romance that just continues and it sparks creativity, and I love it. I love it. So it's possible that after this previous connection that we've been picking up on, it's possible that after that, that you may have moved or traveled, and in so doing, you may meet somebody else. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, because it's about replacing what was lost. And when we replace what was lost, what you're going to get coming in is so much a million times better. This person that you had before seemed very fun and very charismatic and fun and full of life, it seemed at first, but they lacked substance and they turned out to be really disharmonious, chaotic, and hostile. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, and they left you feeling really defensive. And this person who's coming in makes you feel really relaxed, like they're so good for your nervous system. You're going to feel so relaxed and happy with this person. That's so exciting. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do your, let's see, what were we doing? Your feelings? Yeah. Okay, your feelings on this side. How do you feel about this person from the past? You felt compelled and stressed and you want closure. This person actually may even have made you feel rushed or manipulated a little bit faster. They may have tried to move you along faster or kind of rush you into something faster than you were really ready for. You felt pressured by this person from the past. And now you feel closure with them. You've already moved on from this person. You felt betrayed by this person. You were really hopeful with that person. You were really loyal to that person and they betrayed you. Uncool. Okay. How does that person feel about you now? The person that you were engaged or married to. They feel lonely. They have a new respect for you now after you've moved on. They didn't necessarily fully respect you before that. Yeah, I'm getting that they didn't respect you before that until you moved on. They now feel unwanted, which is how they made you feel, which makes them feel annoyed. Yeah, because you felt defeated. This person is impressed with how you've moved on from them and how unemotional you are. This person feels embarrassed and they're in misery. Okay, and they feel rejected. Okay. So I hope that these readings bring you guys closure. They're not necessarily as fun to do, I think, as, when we do like a new love reading or a true love reading. But sometimes, especially at a time like the full moon, it can be great to get that closure. Okay, so we're going to do your energy on this side, their energy on this side. What energy is pile 3 in now? Passion. You may have already met somebody. I'm so excited for you. But if you haven't, then the passion inside of you that you've connected with, your own natural passion, is magnetizing somebody towards you. But this is bittersweet because you have been through some real pain and disappointment and sadness. And I don't think it's even just this one person. You've lost a lot of people one way or another, either from people leaving, people passing, or people betraying you, or just people totally disappointing you. Okay, and then the person's energy. This person had an issue with self-worth. And yeah, and so they were deceitful and manipulative and deceptive with people because they had low self-esteem. I am unimpressed. Now, this person is on a journey. This person may be healing their issues that they have with women, with their mother, learning to be more fair. That's nice for them. Good for them. And for you, anything else for your energy? You had been feeling insecure. That's why um you were vulnerable to this person in the past. But now you've come into wisdom. You've also been working with either elders or ancestors or spirit guides or angels. Yeah. You may specifically have been working with a grandfather spirit, or yeah, you may specifically have been working with a grandfather spirit from who's passed over. Yeah, you've been discovering about yourself. You've been discovering yourself. That's amazing. Okay, once again, oh, you know what I'm being told now? This is so interesting. Okay, they don't want me to tap into that person's energy anymore. So now we're going to tap into your energy on this side and the person who you're attracting in. Okay, so the divine masculine or the divine feminine that you're attracting in. So this is you and this is the person we're attracting in. Or actually, they're telling me, okay, they're telling me to do divine feminine, divine masculine, and you can change the genders however you want to, flip it around. But I'm going to focus on divine feminine, divine masculine, and then put yourself wherever it makes sense and put them wherever it makes sense. Okay, so divine feminine side. This is for the person that you're attracting in now. Stop, drop, and ground. That's so funny. Change maker, make waves. You are changing your life. It might be rocking your world a bit. People might be surprised at some of the decisions that you're making. You are becoming very grounded because your life was on fire. Like your life was not working out the way that it was. Yes, you're nourishing yourself. You are appreciating yourself and giving yourself the love that you deserve. And you are nourishing and feeding your artistic impulses, your creativity. You're getting in touch with your creative side. You're being in the present moment, and you are allowing yourself to receive compliments and noticing how much you are loved and appreciated by those around you. Because you are. Sometimes we just don't allow ourselves to believe it. Okay, and the divine masculine. Hmm. What's the divine masculine's energy right now? Befriend the word polarize. Yeah, the divine masculine is learning to be more true to their individual self also. Even if it is polarizing, that's very similar to what the divine feminine is going through, where she's willing to make waves. Remember, guys, just take the genders however they resonate. Yes, he's being very brave and he's not, yeah, he doesn't allow any fear to hold him back at this point from accomplishing his dream. He's going through changes in his life just as you are. He's making changes in his life. He's asking himself, what's your honest truth? So he's gaining clarity. And he's thinking about creating a life which is heart-centered and joy-filled. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. Yes, a life which is more fun and more pleasurable and fun. Aw, and he's also really building himself up in his self-worth. You are epic. Yeah, he's feeling good about himself, and that's really good. That's a good thing. He feels less limitations than he did in the past. He's breaking through limitations. This may not be somebody that you know, by the way, guys. This is somebody who you may have just met or they're coming in. This is not the person you were dealing with in the past. That's really cool. I love that. Beautiful energy. And where is this going? Let's see, where is this connection going to be going? So the old one and the new one. Yeah. So you're in separation from somebody and you might be a little bit nostalgic, but you're working on making new memories. Yeah, so there's going to be you've decided that there's no rekindling this last relationship. You've changed your mind totally. You've grown and you're moving on. Yeah, this person may have seemed like your soulmate at one time, but it was either a one-sided relationship or there was some sort of narcissistic dynamic going on. And you were really heartbroken about it. So, guys, the narcissistic dynamic just describes a relationship in which the person who displays the more narcissistic traits may or may not be an actual narcissist, but it's somebody who is like extremely let's say allergic, not literally, but like let's say they're allergic to being vulnerable. And because they're allergic to being vulnerable, they can't be honest with themselves or others. And they can act in all kinds of different toxic patterns to avoid any form of emotional vulnerability. And that's really what that dynamic is about. Yeah, this person may have been incredibly attracted to you. They may have actually really liked you equally and had a lot of fun with you, but they hid their true feelings and they gaslit you and whatever. Okay, so let's let that energy go. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the lessons. And then, okay, and then what's happening with who's coming in? Okay, I need to switch decks. Okay. This is interesting. This is really not the direction that I thought this reading was going to go in. Pile 1, 2, or 3 really went in a different direction, but I just channel what's coming through, you guys. I don't make the readings go in a direction that I think they should go in. I just read. Yeah. Okay, community. So you are developing a really strong, beautiful community. You're surrounding yourself with a community of people that you are growing to love, and you feel good in your community, and you feel valued in your community, and you love your community. But there's an ending of some kind. So for some of you, that could be a literal passing of somebody. That could be. Or you may be losing part of your community, somebody from your community. Excuse me. I'll explain this one. Let's see. For some of you, you may have left one community behind and you're building a new community because you moved. For some of you, you left a community and joined a new community. Yeah. So the person who's coming in is going to be more joyful, abundant, and stable. So it's not just about material wealth in this particular reading. It's about just having a more expansive energy and a more expansive view and life and being more successful and more reliable. And yeah, and somebody who prioritizes you. Again, flip the genders however you need to. So for some of you, you've moved, and for some of you, you will be moving. For some of you, you're saying goodbye to a whole community that you had, that you were connected to through this past person. But you're going to be building or creating, joining a new community, or or perhaps you already have another community. For those of you who don't have community, you will be building that. Anything else here? Oh, I have to go to the other deck. Okay. Yeah, somebody who is looking for the right house, you will find a great living situation that you really like. It may be further than you were looking for originally. This person who you're bringing in is also manifesting you. So you're manifesting a true love, and this person is also manifesting you and will be an energetic match to your desires. I heard the person I seek is seeking me, and all obstacles between us are dissolved. The person I seek is also seeking me, and all obstacles between us are dissolved. Again, for many of you, you may not have met this person, but I think for some of you, you have met this person. Yep, the person from the past, you can't fix them. Okay, so goodbye, and I'm sorry, and good luck. They were playing games with you. Yes. Some of the games they were playing some of the games they were playing with you, some of the mind games and manipulations, gaslighting and all that, some of it was not even clear to you. You didn't even know about all of it. So allow that bridge to burn. Realize that you're being protected from that person. So now that you've tapped into the infinite flow of the universe, you are attracting somebody who is going to match you at that level, at a much more abundant and joyful level. Any other last messages for pile 3? Phases of the moon. Ew. Eye to eye with the demons within. You faced the darkness. You faced the darkness and you came out on the other side. Okay? And just like the phases of the moon, you've gotten in touch with your own phases from full waxing and waning. You've learned to embrace yourself in all of the phases of your life. Yeah, you've been with yourself while you were going through rage and confusion, and you loved yourself through all of it. You always had your own back, even when it seemed like nobody else did. But you were never alone during that time, is what I'm hearing. You were never really alone. You haven't been going through this alone. You do have helpers on the other side who are with you. Confirmation. Any last messages for pile 3? Okay, I'm being told to read from the book. Okay. And also just to look at this one again, it says, what I want wants me. Yes, the person I seek is seeking me, and all obstacles are dissolved. Okay. Okay, and to close your reading, we're going to read from the book for number 12. Wow. Okay. Replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. You are blessed with great strength and abundance, great enthusiasm, and new energy. You need to show ambition and move from where you are now to where you know you can be to increase your effectiveness. Be willing to keep moving forward with purpose. Draw on your divine energy and put the past situation in perfect order. A well-rounded, realistic, and balanced view, along with a well-considered plan that takes any future consequences of your actions into account, is needed as you move. Be a visionary and take calculated risks. You have shifted and grown from all of your life experiences. You will find that you have a fresh perspective pertaining to new endeavors. Your approach to your new opportunity will differ from how you've done things in the past. Allow your newly acquired knowledge to influence how you will proceed. Be willing to take breaks from your efforts if you need to gain a different outlook. Be assured that you have all the tools necessary to forge ahead. Starfish have amazing regenerative properties. Seeing a starfish reminds you that you are blessed with great strength and abundance. At times, this blessing may be hidden from you. If there has been an abrupt change, release whatever seems to be falling away. It may take a while before you see the divine outcome. Nurture and grow from this experience. Be willing to keep moving forward with intention. And pile 3, that is your message. I hope that you enjoyed your reading and got something out of it. If so, it means a lot to me when you like the video and it really helps with the algorithm. I am trying to get up to 500 subscribers. That would be amazing. But anyway, thank you so much and love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.